These macros are normally intended to run quietly with little or no user intervention. This capability is particularly important when macros are run from an external program or a script in order to establish an interface with ease. However, if an error occurs during the execution of a macro, you may not see that error message, or the error message may not be complete, and this makes it really hard to debug a macro as you're building it. So in order to help with this, ease writes a log file when it executes a macro. The default name of the log file is easemacro.log, and it's saved in the same directory as the macro file if it's an EMF file, or in the same directory as the ease file if the macro is saved with the ease file. Note that the log file is just a text file, and you can read it with any text editor such as Notepad. So let's write a real simple macro to show how this works. First, let's write an ease program that involves 3 equations and 4 unknowns. So the unknowns here are A, B, C, and D, and here's 3 equations. And if I try to run this, solve this, it won't solve. It'll tell me I don't have enough equations. So I'm going to add a 4th equation in a macro. So I'm just going to set the variable A equal to 1, and then I will put the solve command in here, and now when I run the macro, I'll get a solution, right? And you can already see this log file in the lower pane here in the macro window. You can see that it's telling me sort of what commands are being executed. I can make this a little more complicated or interesting by running the ease code several times for different values of the variable A, and I'll just build a little repeat until loop here. So repeat, and then after I solve, I'll just add 5 to A, and I'll keep doing that until A reaches 25 or more, or I guess until A is greater than 25. And now when I run, you can see it runs multiple times, and you can see the log file down here keeping track of each time that the solve command is executed. It happens fast enough that we can't really see the solution each time, but if I wanted to, I could save the solution to a text file, and I do that using the save solution macro command. So if I'm not familiar with that, I'll go to the macro command information dialog, which is shown here, and I'll go down to it's a file execution type of a macro, and over here you can see save solution, and I'll just paste that into the macro window and change the file name where the solution is saved. The /A just means keep appending the new solution each time that I execute this command. And now when I run it, you can see that in this text file I have each of the solutions saved. I also have a log file, right? So the log file is going to be written to the directory where this ease file exists, and I can open it and read it, and you can see here it's telling me exactly what it did. And you know, if I had any issues with the macro, it would tell me exactly where that issue happened and where the log file sort of stopped. So that's really helpful. It tells me how long it took to run the macro and everything like that. You can also view the macro log file again right here at the bottom of the macro window, and if I want to, I can just slide the splitter bar up to enlarge this section and look at it more completely. If you don't want to see the log file down here, just pull the splitter bar all the way to the bottom of the screen, or more simply just hit the hide log button. Alright, you should note that logging and displaying the log window requires some computer time, so you may not always want to do it once you get your macro running. For example, you may not want to take that extra time. So if that's the case, then you can turn off logging with the log off macro command. So right here at the top, I'll put log off, and now when I run, there will be no log created. For time-sensitive operations, that's something you might want to do. You can also change the name of the log file in the directory where you save it with the log file name macro command. So up here, I'll turn the log back on, and then I'll put log file name and just change the name where I put the log, and I'll run it, and now you can see that the log's been put into this new file name. So this is a really important feature, not super exciting, but if you're trying to make a macro work, it's super useful to know sort of where things are going right or wrong. You can put checks in the macro and write those out to make sure that variables have the values you expect and things like that. So again, from a debugging standpoint, this is sort of an invaluable tool.